wildebeest are going to have the largest land animal migration in the world. Over 1 million take part in the Great Migration every year. And like any good animal, they're all facing in different directions right now. That way, for predators coming, there's a wildebeest looking that way, so everyone gets alerted. Then over by the hut as we're returning, there's some smaller antelope with white bellies, and they're tan on top, brown on the side. Those are the springbok. They're the third fastest land animals. They run at around 60 miles an hour. And their name in Afrikaans means jumping antelope. When they get excited or startled, they can spring over 10 feet in the air repeatedly. It's a behavior called pronking. That's hopefully going to scare away whatever's chasing. Not seeing much else happening over here. Let's head over a little bit further into the grasslands to find some elephants. Oh, I see one almost immediately. He's going to be on our right-hand side, right by the watering hole. And some monkeys on the left-hand side too. Look on top of the rocks, past the rocks, between the trees. Monkeys all around over there. The monkeys that we're seeing, they're called mandrills, and they're the biggest African monkey. The males can weigh 100 pounds, the female's about 30 pounds. And they've got those little tiny tails because they live on the ground. They don't really need tails as terrestrial monkeys. The male was on top of the rocks. He had a red and blue face and a red and blue backside, and those markings are going to help us commonly find him whenever they're in danger. Last female elephant there on the right-hand side, that's a young adult male, so he's not very big. Full grown, he can weigh 12,000 pounds and be 8 to 14 feet tall. It's going to make them the largest land animals. The females are a little bit smaller. They weigh about 8,000 pounds. We're going to try to find some females on the other side. So if you're looking on the left, there's some past the big rocks. Once we get around the corner to the clearing, we should be getting some pretty cool views. Some of the watering hole out there too. All right. Let's go a little bit further forward here, and we'll stop to get some pictures. You see a baby elephant out there by the baobab tree? Elephant herds, like the one we're seeing right now, they're typically a family. So like a human family, they're going to have a strong bond and a strong social structure. They're all led by that big elephant by the baobab tree.
Mom, baby elephant.
Now we're going to get a little bit of a better view of her. She is, looks like she's headed toward the watering hole itself. But this lady here, that's what we call the matriarch. The matriarch is the oldest, largest, most dominant one. And she's got all life experience, so it's her job to make sure everyone knows how to survive with or without her, to make sure everyone is safe, and to make sure everyone's behaving. You see her picking up hay with her trunk. The trunk is going to have two extensions that look like fingers at the end of it to help them grab things. They can have over 40,000 muscles in the trunk alone. So when they're born, they have no idea how to use a trunk. They're going to have to learn by watching other elephants using theirs.
I wish they would make a sound.
Around the corner here on the left, you also find some flamingos. You see a group of 5 that are kind of in the middle of the island that are kind of a grayish color. Those are about 3 months old. It's going to take about a year for them to fully get their color. What turns them pink is beta-carotene, a mineral they get from eating lots and lots of shellfish, mostly brine shrimp. You have to keep consuming the beta-carotene in some way to stay pink. They turn white otherwise. And you see an elephant back there behind the baobab tree. That's an adult male, full grown. Right back there by the big termite mound.
What?
They do typically live by themselves like that.
Oh, that's cool.
All right, now we'll cross over here into white rhino territory. All right. Almost immediately you find a adult male, weighs about 5,400 pounds. A few differences between the white and the black rhino. The white rhino is bigger. They weigh 5,000 to 6,000 pounds. They're more social. They're a lighter shade of gray. And they don't mostly eat leaves, they mostly eat grass. So they're grazers. That's why their face is a lot bigger and their mouth is a very big and square, pretty much. It allows them to eat straight from the ground. The ears on rhinos are very large and very hairy. Their eyes are very small. They're going to rely mostly on their sense of smell and their sense of hearing. They've got their mud pit right back there too. The mud pit is where they go to cool down because they don't sweat. So it's going to protect their skin from the sun and keep bugs away. There's some of the females on the right-hand side. They're a little bit further away. Maybe we see them again on the other side. For now, we're going to check the hills. We're going to see if we can spot some cheetahs. Alright, so I see some on the second hill. They're in the top left corner. So look past this triple palm tree and you're going to see them right back there. They're laying down with their heads popped up. One has her belly toward us, so that's the white thing you're seeing on the hill. The other one has her back toward us, so it's more of a golden color. But they're in between the triple palm tree here and the other palm tree that's on the top of the hill. They're not moving at all, but they are awake. They're a daytime hunter. To help them see best during the day, they're going to have a dark stripe that comes down from each eye, and it works like eye black. It's going to help them to not get blinded. And in the wild, they do have it a bit rough because they're not very big. They're big cats, but they only weigh about 90 pounds. So bigger predators will often steal their food, and the cheetah's not really made to fight. It's just going to run away. This nice animal, though, definitely made to fight. Look on top of these rocks on our left-hand side. There's a beautiful male lion taking a nap on the second tallest rock. Lions are nighttime hunters, that's why this one's asleep. And if you look at the eyelids are almost white. It's going to reflect moonlight and help them see 6 times better at night than they can during the day. The males have that beautiful mane. It's going to show his dominance and also protect his throat for whenever he fights, which is why the females do the hunting while he stays behind and basically plays bodyguard to make sure nobody messes with the cubs. There may be some females up here somewhere too. There's some ostriches coming up on the right-hand side. We're going to catch up with those around the corner, though.
There's a zebra.
The zebra's over there too. The female rhinos are still over there. I'm not seeing the female lions, but that's all right. We'll keep moving here. We'll see who else we can run into. Let's head straight over here for the ostriches. So ostriches are the largest and tallest birds in the world. They can be 8 to 9 feet tall, but they have very flimsy wings, so they can't fly with those. What they can do is use those to turn when they're running. They can reach a top running speed of around 40 miles an hour. Then you find the zebras back here. There are 3 different kinds. There's grevies, mountains, and plains. These are the plain zebra. The different kinds are a little bit different. They'll be different sizes, they'll have different shaped ears, their stripes might be a different style. And then every single one has its own pattern, just like we have our own fingerprints, and that's how the babies identify their moms. Also on the right-hand side, you find some water bucks, a type of antelope typically found by bodies of water. And their defense mechanism is a very smelly oil they can let out through their coats. The smell is supposed to deter predators and also allow them to run away through the water without getting followed. Those are all females. The males are going to have horns that look like parentheses. Just one part of the reserve left to visit, guys. We're heading into Magadi Glen here. We'll see what we can find. Lots of different animals have lived here over the years.